So from the science of play, we move on to the discussion of foolishness. Foolishness is a topic that is many times misunderstood, and so to add some nuance and an interesting angle to this topic, I want to introduce James March. So James March was a professor at Stanford Business School. He was considered the scholar of scholars, particularly in the field of innovation. He wrote a seminal article called Exploration, Exploitation in Organizational Learning. And that article served as the basis for many of the innovation methods that we know today: design thinking, lean methodologies, agile, etc. And in that article, he talks about the power of exploring new ground through creativity and innovation and curiosity, and also the importance of closing down that exploration through exploitation and becoming much more selective and rigorous, right, and decision-oriented. But then he encouraged practitioners to once again explore and become open and once again exploit and close down the opportunity space. And this, of course, is now known as the double diamond model or even the triple diamond model. The work that this man did literally placed innovation on the map, made it a serious scholarly endeavor. And another article that he wrote, which is less well known, which is the one I want to discuss now, was The Technology of Foolishness. And in this article, James March not only talks about the importance of exploring and exploiting, but he becomes even more specific on how sometimes, particularly in business, we need to be able to step away from the traditional track that we're usually on, right? Think about it. On a day-to-day basis, we get to the office, we open up our email, we start to go to meetings, we have serious conversations, right? We do a lot of analysis. All of these things that we consider to be traditional approaches to business. What he suggests is that, of course, that's important, but once in a while, we need to be able to get unstuck from that track and jump onto another track. And that alternative track should bring in different views, different perspectives, different types of energies and approaches. And what he suggests is that that second track should involve things like foolishness and irrationality, things that we would never think about introducing into the business world. And so to quote him straight from this incredible article, he says, "A strict insistence on purpose, consistency, and rationality limits our ability to find new purposes. Play relaxes that insistence to allow us to act unintelligently or irrationally or foolishly to explore alternative ideas of possible purposes and alternative concepts of behavioral consistency." So this is just basically academic talk for needing a way to get us unlocked from that consistency, where there's just one very specific purpose. And to be able to explore more purposes, this concept of foolishness can be very, very useful. He was a very big fan of Don Quixote de la Mancha. And so what I want to do now is I want to show you a little bit of a clip from a movie that James March produced several years back.